Really, I just wanted to say again, look, thank you very much for attending today's ceremony. In the sugar business, we complain about everything. And in life, we complain about everything. We complain it's too hot. We complain there's too much rain. But one thing I've understood in the sugar business, those two things are pretty important. And that's kind of why we're here today, because of the heat and the rain and the water, and because of all of you and because of this factory. During the time that my main company, ASR, have been here, we've made strategic investments worth over $50 million Belize dollars to improve the mill's performance. We've brought with us significant expertise that our company has learned over a generation of sugar production in different parts of the world. Prior to our investment, and I think it's important to think back a little bit, a few years, prior to this investment, BSI was averaging a milling rate of around 4,900 tonnes per day. With the investments made, this has increased to, it's conjecture here sometimes, but around about 6,500 tonnes a day. Average sugar production has increased from around 100,000 tonnes to closer to 140,000 tonnes in the same mill. Factory extraction and efficiencies are comparable to the best mills in the industry. We have halved factory lost operating time from 20% to less than 10%. The incremental benefit to cane farmers of this investment we estimate to have been around 87 million Belize dollars over the last 5 years. That is above what could have been earned without the investment. We're grateful to cane farmers too for having stepped up to the plate and provided the cane necessary for these achievements. We currently face unprecedented challenges as an industry. The traditional market for our sugar is on the cusp of a cataclysmic change, which will see sugar prices falling to around the global market price. This is unfortunately happening at a time when the global price for sugar is subdued due to oversupply of sugar in the global market. All across the ACP region, Africa, Caribbean, Pacific region where sugar is produced, sugar industries are taking steps to manage these challenges. We have been raising the alarm on this since these market changes were announced in 2013. But so far, the industry as a whole has been slow to respond, and the improvements we would have hoped to have seen across the board have not yet materialized. Here at BSI, we are looking at how through further investment we can make the industry more sustainable. The outlook for raw sugar prices is unfavorable and volatile. However, since the 1990s, Tower Hill has been making specialty food grade sugars known as direct consumption sugars. You all eat this sugar, or most of you, I think, I do. It's known either as plantation white or Caribbean brown sugar. This sugar attracts a higher price in the marketplace, as it does not need to be refined, and there's a growing market preference for these products. Today, BSI is announcing an investment project worth 22 million Belize dollars at Tower Hill's sugar mill to almost double existing capacity to produce these sugars. The investment should also improve the mill's grinding rate to enable the mill to grind 1.35 million tonnes of sugar in a 26 crop period. While this is always subject to the weather and smooth running factory, as we all know, and also to be fed by consistent high quality cane supply, this is the intention of the investment. It's a common sense investment. The higher prices we can achieve through it relative to what could have been achieved from the sale of raw sugar will benefit the whole industry and help to make cane farming more sustainable. As most of you know, to justify the investment, BSI is keen to ensure continuity and certainty of cane supply through at least 2022 under the current revenue structure. We are grateful that 2 of the 3 farmer associations, following lengthy dialogue with BSI and comprehensive consultation with their membership, agreed to commit to that certainty by accepting to remove an opt-out clause from the agreement. We had hoped this morning to be able to announce to the wider community that the 3rd association had also agreed to these changes, but were disappointed to learn that this is not the case, at least so far. That said, BSI has concluded it would not be in the interests of the industry as a whole, nor would it be fair to those associations that agreed to partner us in this initiative, and especially to their cane farmers, to further delay this investment. It is our view that at this critical juncture for our industry, that this convoy cannot sail at the speed of the slowest ship. We need action now. That is why BSI, with the support of all but one of the industry stakeholders, has decided to move ahead with this significant investment for the benefit of the whole industry and the nation of Belize. While it comes down, as it should, to individual stakeholder choice as to what each is prepared to commit to, BSI sincerely hopes that the divisiveness we have seen in this industry in recent years, which has cost the industry and the national economy, especially in the north, so much, disappears with the preferential EU pricing that supported this luxury in the past. Now is the time to pull together, because together we can survive and we can flourish. We hope that this unilateral step on the part of BSI, which equates on our part to moving to stage 2 of this strategic development plan, will help to demonstrate our commitment to that end. That is why this morning BSI is pleased to announce the groundbreaking for this investment project, which will help make our industry more sustainable moving forward. But before I end, let me wish everyone happy Independence Day in advance, and also to remind that this year's theme, which is Belize, confronting challenges, celebrating triumphs and renewing our resolve, seems to be absolutely appropriate as a call to action for our sugar industry. I would now like to invite Minister of Agriculture, in the presence of all 3 Cane Farmer Association representatives, to break ground for the foundation of a new 30,000 tonne warehouse where this new added value sugar will be packaged and stored. This day marks a break from the tradition of massive raw sugar production for refining elsewhere. This day begins a new dawn for our industry, where we take the future into our own hands. Thank you very much.